What's going on, guys? It's Neo here, and I'm bringing you a new video today. I'm going to be showing you my custom loadouts for The Last of Us multiplayer. So there may be some of you out there that are having a hard time trying to figure out what loadout you should use, or what kind of boosters or survivor skills will go well together to work for you. So this is my main custom loadout right here that I'm going to show you that I normally use in matches, particularly in supply raid. I don't really ever play survivor just because I never really liked elimination in Uncharted 2, so I don't really like Survivor that much. So I'm just waiting for more multiplayer modes. But I would rather them take their time and think of something creative like these two modes than just put something else random out there. Like all those weird masks I keep giving in Uncharted 3 that nobody's buying. But anyways, on to the main topic. This is my first custom loadout. As you can see, I've got the 9mm pistol, got the semi-auto rifle, the crafter level 1, marathon runner level 2, covert training level 2, and reviver number 1, and no purchasable. Now when we get into this, you'll notice that the 9mm pistol does not have a silencer on it, neither does a semi-auto rifle. This loadout does take up all 12 loadout points that I have available. Now getting into it, I chose crafter level 1, and I typically always choose this survival skill because it's a very good one to have, especially if you're very sometimes impatient, or you tend to get into a lot of firefights because you're a very aggressive player like I am, and you're trying to slow things down and get used to The Last of Us's kind of play style. But it's very useful to have, particularly when somebody's chasing you and you're trying to make something, make a bomb or set it right in front of them, so that when they run around the corner and you're running away, they can blow up into it. That's a good thing to have. So also just sitting there waiting for something to craft and seeing how slow it takes compared to crafter 1 is just kind of annoying. So that's why I tend to use this survival skill. Marathon runner 2. I never used marathon runner or anything like that in Uncharted 3 or 2, but I was there's a lot of ground to cover in most of these maps, and even though you will be seen on the radar when you sprint, I find it very useful to get out there and find the supplies that you need to grab before the enemy team gets them. And also just mostly the main reason I put it on before was to cover ground, but then when I started getting shot up more and I started saying, okay, maybe I should slow things down, and I started crouching a lot more. But it was this is more of a useful thing of running away. You need to run away. You don't want to have you don't want to sprint into a firefight and then you get almost blown up and you're oh, I gotta run away, but you haven't your sprint recovery time hasn't regenerated enough, or it hasn't regenerated fast enough, so you can't run away. So this is basically there to help you out with that. Covert training 2, level 4, or it's covert training 2, but it's 4 points. It's basically there to help you crouch around, and you won't be shown on the enemy's listen mode when you're crouch walking. And you also start off with a shiv on each respawn, so it's whenever you are behind somebody, which is kind of rare in this game because everybody tends to keep looking around or use their listen mode, you can shiv somebody. I've done it before, and I'll show you some gameplay in a second, where you can actually do it if they're not technically looking, or you come up behind them instead of actually punching them or trying to strangle them like you do in Uncharted. You can shiv them. It also works when you actually have a smoke bomb and you throw it out, and you can shiv somebody from the front when they're caught up in a smoke bomb. So I'll also show you some of that gameplay, but it tends to be pretty fun, and it's a good way to get a kill, especially if you're just having a one-on-one with somebody and they tend to be hiding away in a corner or something like that. You can just throw a smoke bomb in there. I would say be careful and know how far you have to run, because the smoke bomb does stun the person, but you have to know if you can reach them or not, because if you run in there thinking you're going to shiv them and you get up close in their face and then you don't have the option to shiv them anymore, you're going to get beat down because they may have a melee weapon. So that's something you want to try to avoid. This actually replaced another booster that I had, or a survival skill. I had sharpshooter on for a while, level 4. The scope sway is reduced by 37%, and damage wobble is reduced by 35%. You also get 15 health back for each headshot, and I think they mean 15%, I'm not sure. I don't really know a whole lot of how that works. Also, I've never really seen it work. I mostly just use it for reducing the weapon sway. I mean, when you're in the heat of battle, you're not going to really look at your health until after you're kind of away from everybody and you're like, oh, I need a heal or whatever. But it does help out a little bit. So if you don't think you're going to be using covert training that much, then go ahead and use sharpshooter or maybe even first aid training. As for the last one, it was kind of just a, hey, I got an extra one spot, so I'm just going to throw it in here, and that would be Reviver, because there will be times when your friends, they need your help, and they need to be picked back up, and so if you use this, you'll be able to revive your fallen teammates a lot faster than if you normally would not have that on. So this is my main custom loadout that I use. I will be showing you some more of the loadouts that I have. And yeah guys, hope you like this video. Subscribe, and don't forget to like if it helps you guys. Let me know what you guys like to use, and we'll have fun with this. Alright, later on guys.